guys, welcome back to another vlog. So this is kind of a random way to start out a video because I'm starting out probably the day before I'll actually vlog, but like this is like I got a moment of time, it's all in my head. I missed Friday's upload and Sunday's upload. We just had a week last week, so Michael had some stuff come up that we had to get taken care of, and then we've been down to one vehicle right now. We're working on getting the other one fixed, so that has made like a change of schedule and all that, and there was a lot going on, so I was like, I need to step back from YouTube till this gets situated, because it does take a lot of time, honestly. I think it's mostly really the editing, the filming. I mean, the filming does take time, but like I guess my directive, my goal going into this was that I wanted to vlog things that I would already be doing. That way it wasn't taking away from like actual real life time and experiences. But so I'm thinking we've got most of that taken care of at this point. So that's why I missed uploads then. So hopefully this week we are back on schedule. So I started vlogging, I don't know, maybe a week ago. I was doing my sweet potato casserole, and then I think I done 2 other recipes on that vlog maybe, and I never uploaded it. But towards the end I did not record, because that was when everything was like getting kind of hectic and I was running out of time, and I needed to get it made and put in the freezer. So I do have that footage. If you haven't seen it yet, it will be up on my channel at some point. But like I only recorded half of it, but I did get a screenshot or a clip where you could screenshot the recipe for that, so you could copy it if you wanted to. Right now I'm actually working on our Thanksgiving dressing. I'm gonna, I don't know, like I'm not vlogging today. My plan, it's actually cold in Louisiana now, is that it's cold for us for now. I've got my Christmas tree out, but I need to get it up. So I was thinking probably tomorrow that I would do that. I guess I could kind of show y'all. The house is kind of messy. I've been cleaning all this morning, but it's slowing back down after being just a wild week. So I had 2 different places I thought I would put it. I didn't even finish my thought. I might record the Thanksgiving dressing today, but honestly, I'm trying to get it done, so I may just kind of talk y'all through it on this one. So Willow's down for her nap, and I need to clean this, but I'm trying to get my cornbread started cooking in the oven for the dressing. But anyways, this is the wall that Willow's high chair is on. This is some Christmas presents I've got to wrap, and this is like the dining area wall. But I pushed the couch. You probably really can't even tell. It used to be the back of it was lined up with almost the corner of the window, so I pushed it over this way to give more space, because I used to put the Christmas tree here because I really liked coming in the doorway and you could see it. But I actually have like a surprise review vlog type thing coming in here shortly, and I need this wall for something, so I think I'm not going to put the tree there. So what I've done, I have a pile of Mercari stuff. I've got a list too. I washed some couch cushions and they look all wonky right now. You can kind of see how far I pushed the couch, because this area has the lamp and Josie's cat bed and the little fall tree. That's my basket of Mercari listings right now. I just keep it over there where I can pull stuff out easily. I made this room over here because I was thinking I'm going to move Josie's bed, and then this gate can come out, because it's actually supposed to be out like this, but I'll open it up better. And then put the Christmas tree over here in this corner, and then it'll look cute because we'll have like all of the Christmas decorations and stuff over the TV. So I did some more, like not a lot. This past week we got a really small grocery haul, and I got a few Thanksgiving stock up items, but I don't know if I got good footage. I'll have to see. If I did, I'm going to go ahead and upload the vlog whenever I get a chance. If not, I mean, I guess I've still done pretty good with stocking up. But starting off, I've got my 4 boxes of Jiffy cornbread mix. This is the cornbread mix that works best for our specific dressing recipe. Ignore the pet blankets. I've been cleaning the living room. We've got to put those in the wash after we get through washing some clothes. So for the most part, this is what you will need for the way that we do our dressing. This bowl has actually like a whole package of celery from the store, like the whole bag or whatever, and then 1.5 onions that I sauteed with 1 whole stick of butter. This looks like a lot, but this is really where your flavor is coming from for our recipe. Sometimes I have a little bit left over, and if I do, I'll just freeze it, but I already went ahead and pre-cooked that to try to shorten this up. It's just like if I prep ahead of time, I can stay ahead a little better So what you want to do is go ahead and cook your Jiffy cornbread according to the directions on the box. And once that is cooked, we are going to actually crumble it up. I actually did forget one other thing. You're also going to need some bread, and I use a mixture of white and wheat. So this isn't for right now. So just to kind of do this where I don't have to edit as much because I got a lot to catch up on, I'm about to cook the Jiffy according to the box. And then once we do that, we'll pick up from there. The eggs, these are, you have like 1 egg per box. Yeah. So we'll do 4 eggs for 4 boxes, but we're also going to add more egg to the mixture when we're done. But I'll try to do a good explanation of that because I don't have an actual recipe card. This is just by memory. I was thinking I'm doing 5 boxes of the Jiffy cornbread. I filled my pan up and I realized it wasn't as full, and I was like, hold on, 5 has been the number that I do, because what I normally do is I'll show y'all that, or at least talk you a little bit quickly through it. I do the disposable pan, so I use like a, I don't know, what is it, it's like a deep dish turkey roasting pan, and I fill that up and then freeze it. I've still got to finish mixing this cornbread, put it in the oven, and then I also do like a little 8x8 and put some of the dressing mixture in that. That way I have one smaller pan as well. So if we get if we have like a church party come up or something, you know, where you need something quick, I usually have that and a pie in the freezer. I actually do have an apple pie in the freezer. I did that 2 nights ago, but it was like midnight, and this was back when I thought I was gonna have to like pause doing YouTube for a little bit because there was a lot to do. And so I do have a pie in the freezer, but I also like to have a pan of this in a smaller pan, a pan of this in a smaller pan, whatever. But if we don't end up taking it somewhere, then we have a smaller pan, usually like in January sometime, where sometimes I've let it sit in there 2 months and it's still good, but not too long, and then I can pull it out and put it with a meal, and it saves some time for having to have a side for something else. But I thought I would throw that in there because I put it in the pan and it didn't look right. It's 5 boxes of Jiffy cornbread mix. Cook it according to the box until it's done. And then we'll pick up. Cornbread is done cooking, and I tested some out because I've only had 1 meal today. I'm hooked up to my charger, so I'm having to like stand in one spot. But the next step is to take bread and toast it. You want it really toasted. I have a combination of wheat and white, and a lot of this is frozen because what we actually do is for like a month before, maybe like 2 months before, we save the heels of bread and then like any stale bread because it just works really good. Throw it in the freezer. You cannot tell a difference. But I was low on white bread. I need some more white because I don't like it when it's all wheat. So literally just tossing a random amount on here and just going to kind of like toast it till it's a little bit browner than you would like to eat it because you want it really crunchy. So I'm going to put this in the oven. And then you want to get a huge bowl if you're making this big amount like this. I literally call my dressing bowl. It's massive. Not the best angle, but this is kind of like last minute vlogging. Once your cornbread is cooled enough that you can get it out the pan, you want to pour it straight into the bowl. Woo. And don't make a mess. So I've got to wait for my bread, come on focus, to toast to add this in here. I'm not going to break it up just yet. I'm going to go ahead and add my seasoning. We add a ton of sage. But the seasoning's all to taste. I keep having to pause for Willow. We add a lot. So none of this is measured. And I don't add the egg in until the very end because you want to taste test after you get all this mixed in. That way there's no raw egg because you'll check to see if it needs any seasoning. And instead of regular salt, I use celery salt because it brings out the celery taste that you want in your dressing, and then black pepper. Also forgot to mention garlic powder. I did add some minced garlic in with the celery and onion whenever I sauteed it yesterday. This is the celery salt. You don't want to over salt it. You can always add more. And that's another reason I get the reduced sodium chicken broth. That way I can add more of the celery salt flavor versus just that. And for the celery, onion, and garlic mixture, I'm going to start off with about 2/3 of this because I don't want to overdo it. You just, again, this is a whole package of celery and 1.5 onions and 1 whole stick of butter. And for your cornbread, it's okay to like break this up, but on your toast, you want to leave some larger pieces. That way you have some texture to it and it's not just like gooey. So normally I get like a wood paddle kind of thing and just kind of crunch this all together. We're still waiting on the toast to get done. So the toast is done, and I was trying to hurry up and get it done. I turned over the pieces that were too soft to get it brown on both sides. So you want to make sure you pull off the little black spots. If you do that, you don't want it to mess up the taste of the food. This is what the dressing looks like before you put the toast in. Like I said, you want to leave some larger pieces just like that in there for texture. So about like, I do some smaller pieces, and then I also leave some bigger pieces as well. And then you're going to not mix, but kind of fold this together before adding your wet ingredients. And then once you have it incorporated well, take your, ooh, this is heavy. Take your chicken broth and just sort of drown all of it. I'm going to use this whole carton. This is 48 ounces. And then again, you're folding this, not mixing. You want to make sure you have some chicken broth all over it, but you also don't want to tear up those larger pieces of toast. Then you're going to add evaporated milk. It actually makes a difference. It's better than just like cow's milk. I'm going to pour this whole can in here. And then fold that in. And actually, now that I'm thinking about this, I was kind of trying to hurry and get this done. I normally do 6 boxes because normally this bowl is a lot fuller. Okay, I'm going to use 4 eggs for this amount. Normally I'd use about 5 or 6. You're going to crack these in and then just mix them into the mixture. You can also whisk these first so that they're better incorporated, but I'm just going to fold it straight into the bowl. And again, remember to taste test before you add the egg because you might need more sage, salt, something like that. This has been some very disoriented Thanksgiving prep, so I remembered it's 6 boxes I do. So if you're going to do a huge amount, you do 6 boxes, and then I've done this whole thing, and I'm about to put it, once I fold this all together, I'm going to put it in my freezer pan. Once you get ready to cook it, I pull it out of the freezer like the day before and let it sit in the fridge for like about 18 hours or so. I have, though, forgotten it and had to put it in the oven frozen, and it took forever to cook. And then as it cooks, you can do the chicken broth, but honestly, the evaporated milk works better. As it cooks, I will drizzle some of this over it like every 10 minutes or so. It just kind of cooks it to a casserole-like texture. And sometimes I'll even take like a fork or something and put like little holes throughout it to let it absorb it. We'll show y'all Thanksgiving Day like some meal prep and I guess like homemaking style stuff. I'm not going to vlog like our family time, but I will vlog like leading up to that. So if you follow like my measurements, it makes one 9x13 pan, and we don't really like lay it flat. You kind of leave it fluffed up. And I also sprinkle parsley on top because the green looks nice. And then I also have an 8x8 pan. So this one will stay in the freezer throughout maybe like Christmas. Like I said, we might bring it somewhere. This is for Thanksgiving Day and leftovers. Hopefully we have leftovers out of this. My family's coming over, but if not, then I can just go ahead and cook this one. So if you do it to, like if you want that amount that I just made, which honestly, if you didn't want to do the little one, this is enough to easily serve probably like, I'm going to say, depending, I don't know. I think it could serve up to 20 people easily. But I did the whole pack of celery, 1.5 yellow onions, 1 stick of butter. You saute that in a pan until it's brown. Then I add about a tablespoon of minced garlic, just because. Then 6 boxes of Jiffy cornbread, cook according to the package. And then put that in your bowl, crumble it up, add the celery, onion, butter mixture. Then add sage, black pepper, garlic powder. You can add onion powder if you want, but we don't. And then celery salt or your salt of choice. You could even do like a Cajun seasoning if you want that taste. And the biggest thing is your sage. You want to add a good bit of sage for the like sage dressing flavor, obviously. And then I added 1 can of evaporated milk into it. And then that big, I think it was like 48 ounces, the carton of chicken broth into the mixture. And then your toast. That was probably about a loaf of bread, I would say. Toast it really good and combine all your ingredients together. You really can't mess it up. And your bread, you want some larger pieces. And then after you taste it and you know your flavor is right, you're going to add about 5 eggs to this much. I'm having to think because I had to stop so many times and add more to it. And then on the day that you cook it, you will put it in your fridge, like I said, overnight, and then cook it. I usually cook it at 380 degrees, and then like the last 10 minutes, I'll bump it up hotter just to kind of get the top of it a little crunchier. I don't have a cook time. It varies each year, and then as it cooks, I'll add the equivalent of 1 more can of the evaporated milk, and if it needs the chicken broth flavor, I'll add some more of that as well, and it's pretty much foolproof. So I'm going to put the lids on, put these in the freezer, and then I will see you guys in the morning. So one of the things that happened this past week, I think I shared this. I may not have shared it. I know I shared whenever I needed more room in my closet. This all looks crazy right here because I kind of just stacked stuff up there because probably 3 weeks ago, sorry for being so shaky, 3 weeks ago or so, this rack literally just halfway fell, and it wasn't that loud. It just fell and the clothes were hanging from it. And then the other night I was getting Willow ready to go to bed. Michael was already asleep, and this thing fell out the wall, and it sounded like the house fell over and clothes were just everywhere. Mind you, I had just organized all this, and it was just, it looked so perfect. But Michael got in here earlier and fixed this. We're going to test it out in a little bit. Hopefully it holds, but I think it will because he went and got the actual like closet support ones instead of just the bracket ones, which we've used these my whole life. Never had an issue, but these walls in this trailer are just so paper thin. It's ridiculous. So I got to hang all of my clothes back up. But we're supposed to be taking family Christmas pictures this Saturday. Oh, gosh. Just hit myself in the face with a hanger. No big deal. Y'all seen me wear this shirt a ton of times. It's inside out. But I was thinking I really wanted to take pictures in this because it's like, honestly, probably my favorite shirt. Okay, that's right side out now, but it has the leopard and stripe in this color. I can't remember what color I chose. It's like a cinnamon color. It looks more mustard on camera, but this brand is called La Race, and I have a 4X, but on the tunic type tops. Why is that so hard to say? I like them to be more flowy at the bottom, so I got the bigger one. But if you're looking for a plus size brand you can actually trust, I've had 2 or 3 of these shirts, and this brand is absolutely amazing. It fits pretty true to size to me. I'm a big girl, and it works just right. I've got 2 shirts. Both of them have leopard print on them, but they have several different ones. So I'll try to include the Amazon link in the description for this one. But I want to wear this, and then I was thinking, because I'm trying to stick with the kind of Christmas look, but I also want it to be a little neutral. I'm going to do like a half up, half down bun type hairdo with curls, and I want to use these because these look like snowflakes to me, and I love the way they look at the front of my hair, so I'm going to use those. And then, so here's the hair things. This is my dilemma. I don't know what shoes I want to wear. So originally I was thinking these because they look wintry looking, and I know they're like, not that I'm worried about being trendy, but I know they're pretty popular for like this style of picture and all. But I also have these like cowgirl, let me turn the flash on where y'all can actually see. There we go. I also have these like cowgirl western style boots that they're really uncomfortable because they're just like a cheap pair, but they could also go. So I'm sure I'll make my mind up before then, but comment below and let me know which one you would wear. My skirt is going to be a faded black denim skirt. So black and then these colors. So kind of keeping it neutral on me. So this is the dress I'm going to let her wear for pictures, and also probably like Thanksgiving Sunday or Sunday before it. And then I have these little Cat and Jack shoes. And I was going to do true Christmas red because it's technically Christmas pictures, but because I've kind of got like a fall color thing going on more, I thought that these maroon looking ones looked better. I see your Christmas tree. And then I also want to do this little fur vest, but she has another one, so it'll either be this one or another one. I just know I wanted to do like the fur and lace thing to kind of break it up because this is different from any pictures I've ever really done before. But my thing is with her tights, I don't know, should I stick with, I don't think this really, I don't know. This is kind of like a mustard cinnamon color, and this is actually truly mustard. And then I also had these peach ones that I was like, that doesn't look terrible. Or I could do just, these look blue, but they're black, just black tights, stockings, whatever, with the shoes. Or the red, I don't think the red works though. So I was planning on doing like the maroon bows, and I also have these red Christmas bows. So I think it's just that I'm trying to do a color scheme, 2 color schemes at once, and I don't know. So what would y'all do for tights? Would you just stick with black, which is what I'm thinking? I don't know. Or would you do red and then swap to the red hair bows? They're not an exact match. I guess they match these more. I don't know. I know this is the outfit, the shoes, the dress, the vest, but I don't know on the tights and I don't know on the hair bows. Good morning. Making some coffee to get the day started. I woke up late, but honestly it felt good. I need to kind of get back on track other than, of course, Thanksgiving meal. Can't go slack on that, but I'm trying to take it lighter throughout the week. So I'm going to do about probably a tablespoon or so of this. Why don't I ever turn my flash on? Yeah, probably like a good teaspoon or tablespoon. And then I'm also going to add a little bit of skim milk to this as well. Okay, hold on. Can't start decorating for any season without a candle. This one is one of my favorites. I will definitely say if you don't like strong, almost musk-like scents, you won't like it, but it's the Bath & Body Works White Barn Fireside, and the notes are smoked cedar, clove buds, warm embers, and I got these, I think like 2 years ago. I buy them when they're on sale, like out of season, and then I only burn them enough to melt them out and then cover them up, and they last longer and it's more economical, I guess, but it smells so good. It smells just like a fireplace, and I don't know, it reminds me of like if you're having a Christmas party and you've got kind of the spicy candles going with a fireplace. So I love this one when it's cold outside because we don't have an actual fireplace. No, that didn't work. This is the worst box of matches I've ever had. Now that it's publicly acceptable to show my face, I'm wearing this super cute graphic t-shirt. I will try to remember to link where I got the shirts from in the description. There's 3 of them. Also, if you're not following me on Instagram, I'm not super active. Like, I try to post a little bit every day, but I'm just not trying to be like a social media influencer, if that makes sense. Sponsorships and things, you know, you try to stay a little more active where the brands see that, you know, you can pull some traffic in for them, I guess. But I'm just not a huge social media person. But anyways, I usually share stuff like this, or like if I found a good deal on something that I tried out, I will share it on like Instagram stories or something. So my Instagram handle name is literally the same name as my channel, only there's an underscore between each word. A kitty? Yeah. So I'm gonna get this floor cleaned up and get the tree put up. Angle, but I got this tree on Wayfair a few years ago, and it was supposed to have like a little pin to lock this into place, and it did not come with it. So I was thinking I might use like a zip tie or something just to lock it, and then I can just cut it off each year. But don't you hate when something like that happens? excited?
No.
You're not?
Yes, no.
Yes, ma'am. So for the most part, it's all fluffed up. I got this tree on Wayfair. I think I mentioned that earlier. 2 years ago, like in March or something. And it's only 6.5 foot, I think, all the way to like the top little branch up there. And it looks kind of realistic. I love in this house, I felt like the 7.5 foot, it come to about the top of that picture. I felt like it looked good on that wall, but our home is just so like narrow and wide open, and I thought the smaller one kind of had more of a, I don't know, a natural rustic look. And I got one of the ones that has like these real feel type needles mixed with like the traditional, I don't know what to call that, like the scruffy type ones or whatever. And then for the lights, I done the little what do you call these, micro lights or something, and they're in the warm white ones. So it's nighttime now. It's not that late, it's like 6:30. And I've been going back and forth cleaning the kitchen and doing stuff, and I stopped after I got the tree set up. But I feel like I can't make my mind up on this. So now I'm thinking, because I don't know, like I just keep thinking about the tree being over there, and I'm like, yeah, but I really like the over here. And also it's only 6.5 foot tall, so it's not super tall. And I was thinking, if it's over there, you're not really going to be able to see it. So I don't know. I go back and forth with things so much. So now, now I'm thinking I'm going to push the couch back that way further and just push it further over, and then leave enough room that I could put the tree here, and then Willow have her high chair and it not be like right up on the tree. So I pushed the couch over, lined it up with a corner of that window. The living room is a little smaller, but it doesn't matter for, you know, 6 to 8 weeks. And I always center this tree with the middle of this wall, but I'm actually thinking I really like it kind of up in that corner, because I've also got something over here I'm going to do that I'm pretty excited about. I'm going to share with y'all, and I want to be able to see that. So I actually really think I like it kind of cornered up in there now. This is so cute. And I'm thinking, so I normally like fill in all these spots like right through here. I would really fill in with a lot of floral picks, but I actually think this year I want to make this kind of look a little, I don't know, kind of country, traditional looking, and do like, kind of do my garland draped and just do the ornaments, not really much picks, maybe like some snowy ones, because I really like the kind of rawness looking of the tree. Let me know if you're team real tree or fake tree. I've never had a real tree, and a fake tree just makes so much more sense, and it saves a lot of money. I think a real tree looks nice, but in theory it's a lot of work, upkeep, and money. So I'm sticking with my fake tree. I can't remember if I shared this or not, but my mother-in-law last year, her and I were talking about how the Christmas tree collars and stuff were such a fad, and I really want like a basket type one. And I know you can just use a regular basket. I've just never gotten one. But she was in Ollie's the other day, and they had these in there, and I couldn't believe it when I saw the stickers. She told me if I wanted it, she'd get it for me. So she got me this for $15, and it's the Hearth and Hand, and it was $39.99. And I love the Hearth and Hand line too, but it's like, this is the type of galvanized metal I like, where it's not super shiny. I've got Hallmark Christmas movies on over there. We lost our Roku remote, and I have to use my phone, so it's hard to film and pause. But do we like it with it or without it? I think I actually like it with it, especially since I'm going to decorate it a little bit differently. This is my tote with garlands and floral picks in here. So I'm trying to find, I think I want to do the white garland on here because I'm doing my tree a little different, but I don't know if it'll fit. So I'm going to do the garland first and then figure out, I'm just going to put a few picks in there, I think, and then we'll do ornaments. This is my bag of ornaments. It's red, white, and green, just traditional colors, which is what I love. So pretty. Also, I keep laughing. I'm not really sharing Willow much on my channel anymore, just trying to be safe and all. But I let her paint the pumpkin finally, and I should have let her use acrylic paint, but I used the watercolor. She thought it was fun anyways, but these were her masterpieces last night. I'll probably let her put some acrylic over it today because she asked to paint it again, so we'll do this side.
Be kind to one another and don't give in to fear. That's all that I am asking for Christmas time this year. We've had enough of fighting and dying in the streets. For Christmas I just want a little peace. Be blind to one another, the differences are small. We all have got a cross to bear, we all have got our faults. For once when we're affronted, can we turn the other cheek? For Christmas I just want a little peace. And if the fates should bless us with a moment of reprieve, we all could stand together in the silence and just breathe. Rejoice for all the happiness, mourn for all the grief. It's all that I am asking for this lonely Christmas Eve. Let's Let's shine on one another the light that we have saved. So jealously we've guarded for the coming rainy days. If only for a moment we can make the darkness cease. For Christmas I just want a little peace. For Christmas I just want a little peace.
So I thought now would be a good time just to kind of talk about Vlogmas since we are putting the tree up and all of that, which is technically related to that. But so my plan is to do Vlogmas, of course, which is you can do all 31 days of December, but what most people do is do December 1st through 25th. They have a vlog uploaded every single day. And so, like, ambitiously, I would like to say that I'm going to do that and I'm going to try my best. But what I'm thinking I'm probably going to do more is especially Saturday and Sundays, because that's kind of like family time when we have church and stuff. I think for some days what I'll do is I'll definitely film every day, but I probably just won't have an upload every single day. So instead of having 25 vlogs, I may have anywhere from like 15 to 20, or I may actually get in 25. I'm just thinking that just ahead of time, knowing how things are going to go, that I'm definitely going to have a few days where, for one, it's kind of like, you know, we're not doing much that day. There may not be a lot to vlog, or I may just be overwhelmed with editing or something. And I mean, I feel like any of us here on YouTube, our main goal is our families and life above YouTube, of course, but we, you know, we do like, we like putting content out there for y'all and interacting with one another. I know this past week, just missing my 2 uploads, I actually felt kind of sad because I was like, man, it's like my thing to look forward to every Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I missed 2, and I actually felt really down about it, but I'm going to do my best to upload every day. I'm just going to go ahead and say it's probably not going to happen every single day, but I'm definitely going to vlog every single day because I mean, there's something each day that could be vloggable content. And I feel like the point of vlogging, especially when you're doing things like Vlogmas or Day in the Life, is more doing realistic things. So if you're having a sick day, you may just show you in bed talking for a minute, or I mean, if you're cleaning, you're showing cleaning, if you've got a recipe to share, whatever it is that you're doing at that time. So I thought I would just put that out there because I didn't want to leave unrealistic expectations, because I do know a lot of vloggers that do actually have an upload every single day, and they will do the full 31 days of December, and it's packed with like super festive holiday stuff. They're going to parades, they're doing things at home, they're shopping, all the things, and that's not really my lifestyle. While I would love to do a lot more than I do already, I'm also content with where I'm at. I do stay home most of the time, but I'm going to do my best to kind of keep it interesting and include a variety of things. So be sure you're subscribed and hit the notification bell. That way you don't miss it. And that way when I am uploading at random throughout December, you will be notified and won't miss any of them, because I know like that's going to be a lot to keep up with. It'd probably be easy to skip 1 or 2 and not realize it. I'm hoping to share more actual like Christmas decorating, but I may also have to just do like speed decorating videos on some things because I don't want to push it to the last minute. And since I am hosting Thanksgiving with my family next week on Thursday at our house, and then next Friday on Black Friday we're getting together with Michael's family to do Thanksgiving, I just want to make sure that I have enough time and I get it all done, and I'm not upset or disappointed that I couldn't get it all decorated and share it with you guys. So I'm thinking that I might, for my Christmas decorating, do either like show a little bit in a slower vlog and then do things like just kind of a sped up vlog, or I might just do one vlog. I don't know. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Also, you can follow me on Instagram as well. I'm not super duper active on there, but I do try to upload a few stories each day, and then normally kind of share like if I've made a meal that I'm going to be sharing a recipe on my vlog. So I guess it's kind of like sneak peeks of what I do on my vlog. But you can go follow me over there. The name is the same as my channel name. There's just an underscore between each of the words. So a mess called Jess. I have uploads every Sunday, Wednesday, Friday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, but I did miss the past 2, but it looks like life is just going as normal at this point. So hopefully throughout the month of November, I will stick with that schedule. And then for the month of December for Vlogmas, I talked about that earlier, how I'm planning to do that. So there won't be a set scheduled time for those vlogs for that month because it's just going to be easier for me to upload as I can. I will definitely do a mobile home tour at some point. I know y'all seem to like those. I like watching other people's vlogs like that as well, but stay around and be sure to subscribe where you can see that. Thank you so much for watching this, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.